Okay, so we've gone over swings with the Macebell, we've gone over midline stability with the Macebell, we've gone over hammers with the Macebell, we've done some metabolic conditioning with the Macebell. Now we're going to actually do some isolation exercises. These are kind of somewhat similar to what you see in a Globo gym or whatever, although there's no machines, and the Macebell makes this, it's an odd object, so the weight is very, very unruly. To have these exercises demonstrated, we're going to bring out Mitch again. We're going to do first the Macebell curl. Go ahead and grab the one with the duct tape, the 10 kilo. Now we're going to do the same grip that we did with the grave diggers, the over-under grip. So as you can see, the curling arm is under, the rudder arm is over, and he's grabbing in the middle of the bell. Now the great thing about this is, let's say that you have a 15 kilo or you have a 10 kilo and you can't curl it by holding the middle of the bell. Well, you can incrementally make it lighter the closer to the bell you reach. So this is going to be very, very easy curl, especially for a guy as strong as Mitch. But as it goes out further away from the bell, and you don't have to stop at the middle. If you're really crazy strong, you can get your hands very close together, but it's going to be almost impossible. It gets almost impossible the closer your hands get together when they meet. So go ahead and let's show him a couple curls. The far arm, in this case his left arm, is just basically aiding a little bit in the guidance of the weight. But because all the weight is out on this end, it's a little squirrely. Now the main thing you want to make sure is that, like a standard isolation curl, we want the arm to go all the way straight and then all the way to the curl at the top and make a little muscle, like to where you can feel it burn at the top. Now, for those of you that get bored with this and want to spice it up, you can do a ballistic curl, which is going to be the same thing. Go ahead and try that, Mitch. And you're going to throw it back and forth. Straighten the arm all the way, straighten the arm all the way, and back and forth. And notice he's catching it in the middle of the bar. People have a propensity to catch it towards the bell, which is okay. Go ahead and catch it on the bell. This is going to be easy, and this is how you should probably start. So you get the sliding of the hand back and forth. But as you feel better, go inch out a little bit at a time. See, that's pretty difficult. He's grabbing pretty far out. Okay, so this is a ballistic curl. The other exercise that you can do that's isolation, particularly for the arms, go ahead and hold that behind your head real quick. So you're going to grab all the way to the end. There we go. And he's just going to do overhead tricep extensions all the way. The arms goes all the way to lockout and back down. And again, you're going to really try to get as much of a flex at the top. Okay, so it's a little bit isometrics. Very good. So these are the isolation exercises. Thanks, Mitch. That you can do with the Macebell. Okay, so the other, it's a lot of Macebell strength training is limited by your imagination. So there's so many things that nobody's tried. So I definitely encourage you to come up with your own techniques, upload them to the website, and share them with everybody, because everybody's going to start using them. Everybody wants new ideas, something to mix it up and keep it from being boring, or to share with their clients if you're training clients with the Macebell. The other thing you can do, besides curls, you can also do wrist curls. You sit down and you do it exactly the same as you were doing with the Macebell curl. Not the ballistic, but just the straight Macebell curl. You do that seated, and you do the same thing only with the forearms, just with the wrists. So the other thing that you might want to consider as well is that if you're doing these outdoors, which I really recommend so you don't destroy your house or get your security deposit back at your apartment, if you can go outside and you can find a tree or you find some sort of overhang with rock or whatever, you can use this as well as a pull apart. You just have to hang it somewhere, and you can use it for chin-ups, pull-ups, all kinds of different things of that nature. So, and you can also do hanging leg raises. You can do knees to elbows, all kinds of more abdominal work as well. So we're also going to talk a little bit about some things that you can do to simulate isolation exercises, just like the Macebell curl, but we're going to use a Swiss ball to assist us on this. So this was actually shared by one of the members of Macebell.com. I tweaked it a little bit. I think he was leaving his arm straight, but we've modified it a little bit to make it more difficult. But I'll walk you through it. We're going to have Rick demonstrate that. So Rick, if you come in for a minute. We're going to do this with a, there you go, 10 kilo Macebell and just your typical stability ball you can get at any sporting goods store. There you go. Now, we're going to do a bench press, but what you want to make sure that you do is, if you notice, Rick, his shoulders are only on the ball, so he might come down just even a little more. There you go. This enables the range of motion on the shoulders, but it's also going to engage your core, abdominal muscles, and your back, and your glutes, and your hammies, to make sure you're holding this position without a bench. Okay, so go ahead and press it up. So that's all you're going to do. It's much more difficult to do it two-handed like this with the weight sticking out. Now, obviously, to make it more difficult, he would bring his grip in a little closer. Just try a little bit. Here we go. That makes it very, very difficult. How you doing? So now, he can also just leave this arm out and bend only your left arm. He can do it bent like that, or he can keep it straight and try that as well. Now, that's going to take some of the pressure off, but it's still difficult to do. So again, this is the Macebell bench press. Again, try to do it both hands, and this you're going to do a double over grip. Great. Thanks, Rick. Just wanted to give you guys a couple ideas that you can use. Again, this is just to get the creative juices flowing. I'd love to see you guys uploading this stuff to Macebell.com, anything that you come up with, because it's just going to help everybody get better. So the first thing that you can do is something we call a tornado. And you're going to take it behind your back, and you're going to do a double underhand grip. And all you're going to do like that, once you get it secured in your lower back, you're going to start twisting. Now, obviously, the further out you keep it, the more difficult it is. This you're actually going to feel primarily in your legs. You'll feel predominantly in your quadriceps after a while, but then it will start working its way up your hips into the obliques and the abs. So. As a person that does the Olympic variety of hammer toss, what do you think of using the Macebell?
It's a lot like doing the wind in the hammer throw. And the wind is just basically what they do before they start the whole body spin. And it's very similar. And at the end of the wind, you just use your legs, your hips, and your core, and your arms. You throw the thing over your shoulder as hard as you can.
Looks like you're breathing hard.
Yeah.
So again, you grab in the middle, again you do a double overhand grip, and you bend as much as you possibly can, and you simply row up and down like that. The other thing that you can do is and this comes from my friend Rick, is you get on two platforms. And now they have to be long enough that you're able to swing it up and down when you stand on it, and there's no space underneath. So you swing it like a kettlebell, but obviously because of the length of the handle, you need to be elevated with space in between to swing it down and all the way up, all the way down, all the way to midnight, all the way back down. So again, these are just ideas that you can use. There's no limits. anything that's difficult, that's going to get you sweating, working your grip, there's nothing wrong with it. So I'd love to see anything that you guys come up with. Thank you for watching the DVD, and we'll see you online. Thanks.